So today I'll be retiring. Well, it's my retirement ceremony. My actual retirement date isn't until December 31st. But yeah, my daughter Hope made it down late last night. I think she got here around 9 o'clock with my grandson Leon. So I'm pretty blessed to have them here right now. I'm extremely excited to have them here right now. It means a lot to me that they made the journey just for a 10-15 minute ceremony. My stepdaughter Brandy and her boyfriend Justin are here. My daughter Madison, of course my wife Michelle. They're all here right now. Not for sure exactly who's going to attend the ceremony today, but we will see. We will see. I've been doing this crap. I can't say crap. I've been doing this Army life for 24 years of active duty and some change. I think it's 24 years, 3 months, and some days when I retire. So I haven't hit the 24 months yet, 24 years yet. I think I hit it in October, and then November, December is another 2 months. Yeah, something like that. I'm not getting too caught up on dates here, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk to everybody about what I'm feeling today. Well, there's Hope. There's Hope and Leon. I'm just doing a little self-reflection here.
Please don't video me. My hair is not even brushed yet.
You'll be all right.
Papa.
Yes.
I want to come with
This is
you.
what I live for now.
I want to come with you.
You gonna come with me?
Yep. Or you hold me.
I can't hold you. I got dressed up. You're a big boy. You can walk. Are you stepping on rocks and acorns and walnuts and stuff? Yeah, watch out. Those are going to hurt your feet. They're going to be owies.
Oh no.
Yeah, that hurts.
What is it?
That is a
What is it?
some kind of hazel. I don't know what kind of nut actually it is. I've then forgot. I thought it was a walnut, but it's not a walnut. Maybe somebody out there in the YouTube world will be able to
I
explain
will
it
hold it.
if they see
They're
this
mine.
video.
They're
Okay, you
mine.
can have it. You take it with you.
Okay.
Okay, go back in the house.
Oh, I have no.
You have another one. You're getting a collection going. You're gonna be the nut boy.
Oh,
Okay, go to find mommy.
oh, I have another one.
Oh, you're all about the nuts right now. Okay, go find mommy. So anyways, that's my grandson Leon, in case you can't figure that out. But honestly, guys, I don't feel anything. I'm wanting to get this ceremony over with. I want to go there and just be done. I'm wanting it to be over with. I did prepare a speech. I'm hoping I can record that and post it up on this channel also. So this video is going to be a lot longer than I want them to be. You know, I try to limit my videos under 15 minutes. Because I know I don't have the attention span sometimes to sit there and watch people babble on forever. But shit, this is a chapter in my life that has thousands of pages in it. 24 years I've spent on active duty. 24 years. I've done a lot of things. I've spent approximately 2.5 to 3 years of my life deployed in combat zones. And some of these guys out there spent 6-7 years. You know, I got lucky and I was in an organization where I'd only go down range, as we called it, down on deployment for maybe a month at the most and come back. Then like 2 or 3 months later, I do it again. So that did get old after a while, but it wasn't bad. You know, it's better than spending a complete year there and then turning around, coming home, spending about 6-7 months with your family, then you prepare to go again. That was never a good thing. Oh, you got your boots on now. Yeah, let's let everybody see your boots. Yeah. Can you say hi to everybody? Can you say hi?
You, that poop.
Yeah.
I another one.
But anyways,
That is.
I was pretty fortunate in that. But 24 years is a huge chapter to close the door on.
With me, Papa.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm feeling about all this.
Someone open up.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Brigade Commander, and he is accompanied by Command Sergeant Major Derek G. Wise, the Brigade Command Sergeant Major. Now approaching is Master Sergeant Kevin L. Doyle. He is being presented with the Meritorious Service Medal for his 29 years of service to our nation.
Never really appreciate your school on behalf of you. Appreciate the dedication and service. Thank you very much. I'll sacrifice it.
Thank you, sir.
Master Sergeant Doyle will now receive the national flag as well as retirement pin. He will also receive a certificate of retirement for his dedication to the nation, which is on display with his retirement pin. His wife, Michelle, is being presented with a certificate of appreciation for her dedication to her husband and to the nation, which can be seen along with the retirement certificate.
Thank you very much. As much as you
Have Mama. Hey, but.
Master Sergeant Doyle's plans following retirement is to work in the supply chain management career field. Master Sergeant Doyle's final words of wisdom to impart in the Army are, "When I first joined the Army, the motto was, be all that you can be." I took those words to heart and I hope that the future generation does as well. My final words and wisdom will be to take advantage of the free opportunity to take college courses while on active duty. If college is not your thing, take certification programs and become a subject matter expert in your career field. Do not waste your free time. Become educated and make a plan to prepare yourself for life after the Army. No one will do this for you. Take the time and do it now. It is never too late to start bettering yourself. Let's have a round of applause for Master Sergeant Doyle. At this time, we ask that Master Sergeant Doyle's family and friends to move to the front. For those of you in attendance that would like to participate, please make your way to the front.
One, two, three. So we like kind of sit around here awkwardly. Hey, I just want to say thank you all for sharing Master Sergeant Doyle over the last 20 years. I know that it's not an easy life for us, and it's exacerbated the family when you're not sure when your husband's going to come home or when he's going to deploy. And I know that 20 years of service is a long time to endure that, and just want to say thank you. And although the medal is a very small token of our appreciation, please know that it represents, again, 20 years of service to a very grateful nation. So again, thank you all very much for your sacrifices, and for your service. So, anything that you want to say to the group?
Yeah, actually I did. I wasn't going to do this, and a friend of mine talked me into it. And, I don't see him here either. But, yeah, after I heard this, I actually called him yesterday. read it to him also, but he said, yeah, I'll see you there tomorrow, brother, but you don't see me tomorrow. It is what it is. So good morning. You say you're not going to do it, and it happens. You know, it's just like that little, you know, you get the Z-monster on your back when you don't want to fall asleep, and it's right there, you're in the classroom, and you're sitting there, and you're trying your best to stay awake, and you get that monster on your back, and you just keep nodding off. It's like that right now. You just can't help it. The tears just come up for no reason at all. Good morning. I'd like to thank God.
Mommy, why are you dead?
I'd like to thank God for allowing me to stand here in front of you today.
Why are you dead?
Thank you to everyone for attending my retirement ceremony
Mommy,
and
why
the
you
audience
dead?
today.
Why are you dead?
I'm
Why are you dead?
my beautiful wife Michelle, 3 of our 7 children, Randy, Hope, and Madison, and some great music in the background. My grandson Leon, if everybody hasn't seen him yet, you can't miss him. My brothers from another mother, as well as my extended military family. Thank you guys for being here. Some of you in the crowd have driven a few hours to be here, and others have driven a few minutes. But I'm extremely grateful for everyone showing up today to see this old soldier say his last few words while in uniform. Will, you get me on that one? Colonel Sharp, Command Sergeant Major Weiss, thank you for being here, and sir, thank you for your kind words. I know we've never worked together, but I was your best once you I've seen for a while. And many a flibbles that I sit in your office. Many a flibbles. Son Montague, I'm leaving that legacy onto him. I flipped that bugger as soon as I could. To quote Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. My journey started a long time ago. Like most soldiers who joined in the 80s and 90s, my story begins with the best Army recruiter you'd ever met. In the summer of 1992, when I was a young, gullible 18-year-old boy, I met my silver-tongued recruiter who convinced me to join the military. I don't know if a lot of you guys remember that. A lot of recruiters have changed over the times, over the years and stuff like that. But back in the 80s and 90s, those dudes, they didn't care. They'd come in classrooms and sit down and talk to you. They would fill your head full of so much jargon that you believed every word of it too. You know, because you stand there, you look buff, stand there with the uniform on, looks cool, stuff like that. Your buddies are all around. He's telling war stories that he probably heard from some Vietnam veteran or something like that. So he pumps you up. You get your head going with this stuff. So during the process, you would have thought that I would have read the paperwork you put in front of me and maybe even asked a lot of questions. But as I signed the paperwork, and he put me on that bus, jumped on the plane, I got off at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and I was standing there, and I remember the drill sergeants come up there, you know, you in your civilian clothes and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the Army now. I'm looking around, I'm like, there's like a couple hundred of us standing there. We all don't know what's going on. You get this mean old guy that gets off the bus. He just starts yelling, screaming at you for nothing. Get on here, get on here. And then he starts separating us. He was like, active Army over here. I didn't know what active Army meant, so I just walked over there too. He said, National Guard over here, Army Reserve over here. I said, you're an active Army guy. I'm in the Army. You can't beat that, I'm in the Army. And as I stood there, they went through the names, you had to go in there, sign in. And my name wasn't on the list. And they said, they was looking at me, they was like, why are you here? I was like, I joined the Army. And they just kept staring at me. They was like, wait a second. They wanted to go over to the Army Reserve table, my name wasn't on there. They walked over to the National Guard table. And guess what I joined? I joined the Indiana Army National Guard. That teach you, before you sign that name on that piece of paper, to read the paper. And I can still remember that from the spaceship to this day. Can't remember his name, but I can remember his name. Staff 6. But I learned the hard way. I didn't even know what an MOS was. I didn't know what I signed up to be. I was in air defense, had no clue. That was a lifetime ago. That was truly a lifetime ago, 1992. A lot of people in this room weren't even alive then. It wasn't until 1997 that I came on active duty. On my retirement date in December of this year, I will have served a little over 29 years. 29 years in the military. Some of you may think that's a long time, but for me, it was truly a blink of an eye. However, I can recall certain events like they were yesterday. I remember, I was talking about this yesterday, sitting in Kuwait, and I think I was at New Jersey. They had a bunch of camps there that everybody assembled. That's before we went into Iraq, and this is during the initial invasion. And I remember we loaded up in this long convoy, and I was on the CG's personal staff back then, but he was taken care of. As minions, we just had to thumb drive and hope we could get on. And I remember I got in the back of a Humvee, and we're standing there, we're all kitted up, we got our mop suits on. Everybody's at mop level 3, you don't know what that is. It's this big nasty garment that stinks and smells like charcoal, and you're wearing everything except for the mask. And here I am in the back of this Humvee, ready to go into combat. And I'm like, what did I get myself into? You always see these war movies, you picture these guys, they're running down to combat, we were soldiers, they get off their aircraft, and they run over there, they take a fighting position. That's what you think in your head. That ain't what happened to me. I was in the back of a Humvee, going across the border, and as soon as we get across the border, there was mobs of children. Children everywhere. And I was like, where are these kids' parents? We had the whole convoy, I bet there was 1,000 vehicles just came almost to a dead stop, because these kids just overwhelmed us. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, man, we're locked and loaded, we're ready to go to combat. And we had kids here? What am I getting myself into? The kids surrounded the Humvees and stuff like that, they had American flags. They were yelling, USA, USA, USA. And that's where they hit you. This is why I'm here. Not just for me, not for whatever political venues were. Well, I know what they are, but it's for these kids, for the new generation. We're coming here to help them make a better life for them. I can ponder on those events all day long. We can sit here and swap stories, but some of those stories are good ones, and a lot of them are bad, so I don't want to put on that avenue. So in my speech I wrote, now I stand before you trying to figure out how to sum up 29 years of my service into a short speech. I don't know how to do it. I'm doing the best I can right now. But one thing I would like to share with everybody is that I'm grateful for having served for as long as I have. Through my journey, I've earned a bachelor's degree in business management, a certification in supply chain management, a Lean Six Sigma green and black belt, as well as an overabundance amount of knowledge and logistics. I'm thankful to the Army for all these accomplishments. I'm thankful to the Army for taking care of my family. People don't realize that the military is actually good to you. They do take care of you. All you gotta do is serve. You do what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day, it's on you to make sure that your family is subject to success. The military is there to back you up. You just got to make the most of it. So moving on to my family and friends. So I was a soldier before I was ever a father. I was a soldier before I was a husband. Surprisingly, he's being good, but I'm also a grandfather. I have 3 of them. The other 2 couldn't be here, but God must be on his shoulder or something, making him sit down, because he hasn't sat down since he got to our house last night. But I have 2 sons in the military also. Justin, I should should say Sergeant Justin. His last name is Dimadu. He's in the United States Marine Corps. He's getting ready to jump over the big pond here shortly and go to Germany with his wife Juanita. They spent a week with me earlier this month. He couldn't make it today because of military obligations. And then my youngest son, Austin, he can't make it because he's going through RASP training right now. He had talked to me, I put a link on the phone before he joined the military, and I told him he wanted to do Ranger stuff. You know, he's like, I want to be that guy carrying a rifle and stuff like that. That's awesome. You can be that guy carrying a rifle, but you can also get a good education. He's like, well, I'll do what you do. And I said, no, you're not going to do what I'm doing. Working behind the supply room is an unthankful task for many days. I said, what do you like to do? And he's like, well, I like computers. I said, well, come on. Communications. So he signed up. He's going to be one of them help desk jobs now, but he's going through the RASP program. He'll be in Ranger Regiment, hopefully, as long as everything goes well. He managed to score pretty high at his PT test yesterday. He said he's beaten a lot of the infantry guys, which I told him to keep going. That's what the support guys are there for, to rub the infantry guys' face when we do beat them up. I know, I'm moving along, babe. But I'm proud of both of my boys. Justin and Austin, both. I'm extremely proud of both of them. Now to my wife and children, being a soldier is simple compared to being a father and a husband. You don't have any Army regulation. No field manual, technical manual, DA PAM. Nothing tells you, hey, this is how you're going to be a father. This is how you're going to be a husband. You hope you can pick up on that stuff as you go along, but you just got to live and learn. One thing you learn real quick, like being a father and a husband is, I'm sorry, baby. Sorry. If you learned that one, then you're doing all right as the time goes by. But you miss a lot of your families and lives. Before I knew it, Hope was an adult. She was born, was in the military. Now she's got a child of her own as I'm about to retire. It goes away in a blink of an eye, guys. Now what am I getting at? It's pretty simple. I've had a great career and have served in many different units throughout my career. I started out life in the National Guards, I told you guys before. When I came active duty, I was a supply sergeant then. And I remember sitting over here, 23 placement on Fort Campbell, and there was these flyers up everywhere. Kind of cheesy looking thing. Had a Ranger scroll on it, and it said LRSD. And I was like, I don't know what the hell that shit is. And they said tryouts are this afternoon. I just signed in that morning, and I was like, you know, I don't know where I'm supposed to go, but everybody else is going to try out this thing, so I'll go try out and do this thing. So I go do it. I spent 2 weeks with all the infantry guys doing it, and then I made it. I made it into Liberty. And not one time did anybody say, hey, what's your MOS? They just thought I was 11 Bravo or Charlie, you know, whatever it was. So I spent that 2 weeks going through hell, or at least I thought it was hell. And at the end of it, I remember they were doing team assignments. There was only 7 of us that made it, 7 or 8 of us that made it that day. There's probably like 50 of us that went through there. And I remember they was doing team assignments, and they said, Doyle, team 4. So I go over there, and I meet my team sergeant. Alexander was his name, Sergeant Alexander. And I'm standing there, I'm talking to him, and everything. And then my first sergeant major come in, and they're like, what the hell is a 92 Yankee? Everybody just kind of gets quiet. No one yelled at ease, no one done anything like that. And I'm like, shit, are they talking about me? And I just kind of raised my hand, everybody just looked at me, the crowd's parted. Everybody kind of looked at me, and my first sergeant said, are you a 92 Yankee? I said, Roger, first sergeant. He was like, why are you here? I said, I passed. You know, you got a sergeant major in front of me. I was only at PFC at the time. I didn't know. I was scared to death of sergeant majors back when I was at PFC. So Sergeant Major walked up to me, you know, I was like that little puppy that wet himself. And they both just looked at me and they was like, well, you made him get the supply room. Okay, I went to the supply room. So that's how I ran into Lurch D. True story, later. Immediately after leaving Lurch D, my time was up there. So I tried out, Command Sergeant Major Hill came down, and he was looking for a supply sergeant, you know, to see these personnel staff. So he'd come down, he'd done a lot of PT with us back in the Lurch days, and he knew me, and he asked me if I'd like to come up there and work, and I did. And I immediately went up there, got the easiest job in my military career, being on the CG's personal staff. At least I thought it was. A lot of late nights, a lot of behind the scenes work, and stuff like that. But I first started off with General Cody, then went to General Petraeus, and then General Turner. Moving on, I eventually got smarter, and these guys who came down from this place called Asymmetric Warfare Group. That's a group. You know, I tried to put my package in to go to other places, and they wouldn't let me do it. I was like, I'll try out this place. So I went there, I made it to AWG. Pretty sad that they're going away. But I love my life there. And when I learned I loved it so much, I was like, you know what? There's other three-letter agencies I learned about. I joined one of the bigger ones, JSOC. I spent a few years of my life there, learned a lot about my life, learned a lot about the military and logistics in general, about how it's this big in the big army, but it's this big in the real world. I left JSOC, came back to Fort Campbell, and as soon as I got to Campbell, I got orders to go to NATO. And I was like, well, what the heck is this? So I went to NATO for a while, did that thing over there in Kabul. Got done with them, came back, went to 159. That's why I met Command Sergeant Major Ron. Appreciate your time, Sergeant Major. Met him there, we deactivated the place, turned it over, we went to 101 Cap. Spent a couple years there, and then guess what? NATO comes knocking at the door again. They said, guess what? I'm about to start to retire, you know? I had less than a year and a half, 2 years at this point to retire. I was slowly working the idea with Michelle, but she was like, no, you need to stay in. And ended up going to NATO in Naples, Italy. It was okay, nothing big. Left there, came back here to Fort Campbell. Went to Korea. Spent some time at the aviation gate over there. Left Korea, came back here to Bastogne Brigade. I tried retiring in Korea. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me. They said, no, we gotta go back to the 101st. So I came here. Unfortunately, for Sergeant Major Weiss, with our first conversation saying, Sergeant Major, I'm gonna retire. It's not an easy task to do, to walk into a guy you don't even know and say, hey, I'm retiring. I can still remember the look on his face. But anyways, I'm moving on. I know Michelle, it didn't take much time. But throughout these duty assignments, I've had the pleasure of working with some of the best people you could ever imagine. A few of them are standing here in front of you today. From kicking rocks over in Iraq, trying to hit a few golf balls, getting one hell of a terrible sunburn. Really doing what I'm doing with that one. Having cold beers over a campfire. I'll remember every one of you. For you surpass being a friend, you're a family member. So in closing, I'd like to thank everyone once again for attending today's ceremony and for listening to this old soldier babble on for a lot longer than he was supposed to. I love you all. God bless. Matt Sergeant Doyle signing out. You guys can stop staring at me. Hey, family and friends, and for strangers of those that might have been watching my video, and now you're seeing my face again. So this is after the ceremony's been over with. Ceremony's been over with a couple hours, We went to the museum, walked around on base, checked everything out. But earlier in this video, I had been talking to everybody on YouTube, on the GoPro. I was outside. My grandson Leon was out there with me picking up nuts, and I was trying to express myself about how I feel and my emotions that I'm going through on a day like this. I don't know how to explain it. You know, like I mentioned before, I had 24 years active duty, 5 years in the National Guard, 29 years of military service. You know, I started this journey in 1992. I did have a break in service for a year or two. This is 2021. This is September 24th, 2021. And this was my retirement ceremony today. I'm glad that's over with. I talked for a lot longer than I planned on. My memory, I get lost in my memory. That's what my wife told me. I got lost in my memory on some of the points I was trying to make, and I'm glad she was sitting in the front row to, you know, keep doing this thing to get me going through it. But guys, I'm gonna miss it. I'm truly going to miss the military. I'm not going to miss certain things about it. I'm not going to miss getting up early, going to PT, going to the field. That always sucked. But there was fun times doing all this stuff too, guys. Military took care of my family, me and my family. They truly did. All you had to do is do what was right each and every day. Just get up, put the uniform on, go do PT. You know, do what you're supposed to do. Do what you was told to do. Listen to your supervisors, the NCOs in front of you, or the officers in front of you. And the military will truly take care of your family. You might not like some of the stuff that the military does for you, but at the end of the day, you're still getting a free paycheck. You're still getting 30 days of leave. You're still getting free college money. I got free certifications. My family got taken care of medically wise. And yeah, you might have to wait. You might have got a crappy doctor the first couple times. Then eventually you're going to get a good doctor that takes care of you and gives you the right medicine or whatever you need to succeed. But at the end of the day, the military does take care of you. So what I'm getting at here is that, one, I am relieved that the ceremony's over with. Two, I'm going to miss the military. I truly am. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for your time. If you sat through the ceremony and you watched the ceremony, I greatly appreciate that. If you want to see more videos of me and my friend Will and my family and everybody else, please like and subscribe. I mean, this channel is primarily just for friends and family, but it's open to everybody. I did it that way for a reason, because there might be something I do that might strikes an interest into you, get you off your derriere and go outside and do something and enjoy life. So that being said, peace. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day.